Durham is next. She's asking, what product do you recommend most to help with sleep? Oh, I have a long list. We actually just went over one of the main ones, though.
That's right. We talked about the rest. The rest is good, but it's not the only thing.
No,
there's some other things out there. You don't have, for a lot of people, they don't have to take a prescription sleep medication.
Right.
I mean, that may be warranted, but in most cases it's not.
Right.
If you'll try some of these other things, and maybe you have to try a few things to get the one that's right for you.
Or a combination sometimes of supplements.
That's correct.
For me, I will sometimes need melatonin, and I frequently take magnesium. Magnesium is also something we sell in the practice, and Metagenics has a really great quality magnesium citrate, which helps with sleep and relaxation and constipation, which is a real bonus, right? And then magnesium glycinate is something I recommend a lot for sleep. It's something I take myself. It's available over the counter, magnesium in all its forms. There are some poorly absorbed forms of magnesium that are really just meant to flush out your gut. But the magnesium glycinate is not a form that should give you diarrhea. I usually recommend 400 to 800 milligrams in the evening, and it comes in either powder or tablet or capsule form. That's pretty easy to find.
Yeah.
So that's one of my go-tos.
Yeah, right. Another one I have recommended over the years to people is valerian root. And
I've used that.
Yeah, so as the tea, it kind of tastes not so good, so you got to jazz it up, but they do sell it in capsules too.
Yeah.
And, I don't have a particular brand necessarily that I recommend, but it really helps with relaxation and sleep for a lot of my patients. And so it's another supplement that you could take and try.
Yeah.
And like you say, maybe you need to try 2 or 3.
Yeah.
This is why they call medicine a practice, by the way.
Yes.
You have to, there's a little, that's right. There's a little guessing involved. Valerian root tea. Valerian root tea. I'm not a big fan of the tea just because of the taste. I have too many patients that get mad at me about the taste. So they tend to like the capsules better.
Yeah. They do have other teas, like bedtime tea and sleepy time tea.
Yes, right.
Those will usually have a blend of flavors that can be a little bit better tolerated. I think a lot of people are familiar with melatonin. We have a lot of patients who take melatonin. I will sometimes recommend melatonin. Usually if it's trouble initiating sleep, I'll recommend like 1 to 3 milligrams of melatonin. Usually super high doses aren't necessary.
Correct.
So I like the lower doses. I like to recommend you take it about an hour before you're getting ready to go to bed. And simultaneously, when you are going to take something like the rest or melatonin or the other supplements like magnesium, you also want to turn the lights off. Start relaxation times. Again, not watch the news, not have all the lights blaring. Sleep hygiene is really important. And when there's light coming into our eyes, we're not making melatonin, because when the sun's up, we make cortisol. When the sun's down, we make melatonin. So we have to make sure we're practicing, good wind down routines at night and keeping the lights low and not engaging in conversations or television shows or social media things that are going to rev us up somehow, because that's going to make it a lot harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. And we may need to look at the medications you're taking too that could be impacting your sleep negatively. We do prescribe a medication for weight loss called phentermine, and then other stimulants like phentermine that sometimes can have an impact on sleep. Usually it's just in the beginning when you first start, and it gets much, much better just with a little bit of time. But sometimes we'll recommend things like the valerian or melatonin in the beginning just to make sure that you're able to kind of come down and relax after you've had that stimulation throughout the day. Luckily, phentermine works so well, and drugs like it, a lot of people are absolutely willing and able to work through that sleep thing, with help and with just time. But good question, Valerie.